Let there be peace and love. Welcome to Satsang. The day one considers his memory. Do you hear? Yeah. The day one considers his memory as a thought is a great day. Freed from this illusion that it may be true, it may be real. Because one doesn't know, but before freedom, it looks like someone carries his memory as his most precious luggage, when it is only suffering and bondage. Everything which appears, whatever shape it shows up, it is the mind. It is means it has a start, a span of life, a disappearance, and that's called the mind. The world of appearance, the creation. So, don't confuse your real nature for this limited appearance. That's all. And for that, so that that's a fact for you, you have to take the risk, or you have to get such a desire to free yourself that for a moment you just don't attach yourself to what you know from yourself. You don't attach yourself to your references. And then automatically it will be obvious that what appears, including your body and your mind, is a creation. It is not your real nature. Of course, once you realize there is no separation with the substratum and its creation, but that's not understandable or understood by the mind. So, what can I do for you? Again, Dan, it's a non-stop. Okay, it's important But why you suppose so? Then you never even have the idea that you can be freed from the tyranny of your questions. You see, satsang, it is not to have a life of satsang. Actually, satsang provides you the guts or the wisdom that it is worth to follow the direction given, and that can be in a split second. Of course, to arrive to this split second, generally we need time. But the time is personal, it's very different for each one. So, because you see, it's not by answering to every question. In the end, it is to see that the question itself makes one suffer and gives the identity to the seeker or to a person. I don't hear now. Yes, the questioner. Because the question feeds the questioner.
There's no other problem than that?
No.
Stupid.
No, it is attachment and still the desires. Oh, I've not fulfilled this before. I have to at least fulfill this in this life. All those things delay the fact to simply take, okay, who am I in fact if I just don't feed anything to this famous I, which actually rises only because we give a quality to it. Even I am is too much quality, imagine. Too much of an experience. Amazing, huh? So it's much better to go back, because it's the right direction, to go back to I am than to go back to all the becomings possible. So it is still better. Still better. Because if you love to experience I am, at some point you will hear well, because you are not very crowded. The desire for the world is already diminished quite well. Yeah, but understand why. Understand why. Oh, it feeds my sense of existence, and it is exactly that which makes me confused. You have to know why, you know? Now, if anybody has a question, I also paradoxically encourage to ask. If you have not seen enough that I exist because of questions and answers taken for real. If it is just a vague knowledge or some knowledge, you still ask. Not you, exception, for a while. one is not enough aware generally when he seeks that he's always placing himself on a carpet, sometimes a dirty one, sometimes a very clean one, sometimes a red carpet, sometimes a golden carpet, sometimes an invisible carpet. There is always a carpet, a platform, some landing somewhere. So just sit. Yes, sure, good. Very good. That. Yeah. To what?
To the eye, to the emotions,
Yeah.
to the eye yoga. So I still have attachment. So is this knowledge, does it become wisdom with time? Does it become stronger because still I attached?
So the eye is attached, yeah?
No,
No,
I
I'm
understand the separation. I
Yeah.
understand who I am now. I understand the eye. I understand the separation. I get it.
Yeah.
But still, because that attachment, still I play with the mind.
But you know it.
I know, but still I play.
Of course, then you have a body. It is not dead yet. You cannot keep this body like a rock. It plays, but you know it. So, who are you?
I know, well, I
Who
think-
are you? Are you the one? Are you what you see, or are you the seer?
I'm here.
Okay, then keep quiet there, and let everything play according to your circumstances.
And still there is suffering.
There is still what?
Suffering in life.
In the body mind, yes? Can be. Then, if you feel the pleasures, if you experience the pleasures, there will be suffering. After all, it is samsara. Yeah, you cannot change that. To change that, you have to not to confuse yourself for the samsara.
Do you give advice on attachment? I talk yoga now.
If I have an advice
On attachment.
on attachment,
With the memories, play with the memories, play with the future.
no, don't play. Let it play by itself. Don't play.
Still I play.
Hmm?
I play with the memories. I go
Yeah, okay, but if you like it so much, you will lose yourself. You see, it's another thing to know what you are doing, and there is nothing wrong with that. It's the way it is. It's even, let's say, pleasant or unpleasant, but you know what it is. It's very different than to feed the memory, to make it extra longer, to do this and that, to make effort so that something is not forgotten or that something will happen the same in the future. That's very different. This I called feeding. So if one feeds, is not wise. Okay. Oh, not there. You tell him, Chaitan, tell him, not there. There is a place for that. So, So, what is the mind? The mind is whatever appears. Ooh, it's also to USB. The mind is whatever appears, whatever you experience, feel, whatever makes you able to conceptualize, to have ideas, thoughts. So when I say don't go into your mind, just dedicate for yourself just a moment. Can be, it's not about the length, it's a moment. Not to go into the movement of what I experience, what I feel, what I think. Then with whom you are left? You are left with what is always there, which has absolutely no shape, no name. That's what you are. And at some point, more and more, you learn your lesson, not to describe it. not to figure it out, because then you know I'm going into movements of my mind, and that is leading me to pleasures and suffering, to illusory happiness and peace. So I always suggest, give this goal to your life, to realize who you really are, to go for the real thing instead of running after what is ephemeral, temporary, because it makes suffer. And it makes suffer because we are confused. We are confusing oneself for experiences. We are dividing ourselves between subject, object. We are separating ourselves from the real thing, and one is very deeply unsatisfied because he doesn't know anything permanent. Let it be love, let it be joy, let it be peace. So run for the real thing. That's the goal of life. So that's what I mean when I say don't meditate, don't enter into any movement which expresses, shows up. For a minute. Only for a minute. Dedicate that minute. If it is not radical, do it again, again, again. Who cares? Who cares? Yes.
After you do it or stop doing it, the mind will still come back and tell you,
Absolutely.
no, this is not it.
Yes. They are comments of the mind. These comments of the mind, because it doesn't want to accept its defeat. So you are not going to listen. You have to learn your lesson there. I'm not going to listen. The mind, anyway, doesn't know, how you say that? Doesn't help me in English. What about? Doesn't know. What about, yeah? About that subject. Doesn't know. He dies there. He dies before reaching there. And he rises from there. He never reaches there. So he doesn't know.
It's all in the mind.
Hmm?
It's all in the mind.
All is the mind.
All.
Yeah, all what you see is the mind.
Problem. All the conflicts, all the problems, all
Mhm.
the suffering.
Yes, it is due to this duality.
It's just imagination.
No, but that's great. Yes, yes, yes. And yet you play in the imagination. Hmm? But this body mind only.
This body mind what?
Only. And if you place yourself where you always are in fact, then there will be no separation between the play and what is. That's why it's said non-dual. It is non-dual. There is no separation. But it's of no use to try to experience that. First realize and then you will see.
that I have to get disappointed by bigger things that I believed before in order to be able to finally demystify the I, or to reach to the I thought, or to see that it's just a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Is it true? Is it like that? Or
No, generally it's because you are disappointed that you come to this search,
Yeah.
and that this search may make sense. Generally, big disappointments brings you to, so what? I mean, what is this life? And then you search, and you may find another way to see things, which is what is expressed in satsang. Now, you don't need more disappointment to say what you said about the I. That made you search. Okay. That is its function here. And then from here, since you were somehow hopeless or helpless because you tried or you have seen where it leads and you are disappointed, suddenly it makes sense. Oh, they speak of the I am disappointed. And the emphasis is not on the disappointment, but on the belief I am I. That's a very new vision. And it brings you always prior to your disappointment, which made you search. That was a good point. And now prior to the I. Because after all, if you keep I, you are disappointed, and after some time it will be I don't know what, something else. It goes on changing. So I is already a step too much. If you take yourself for I am someone, I am this, I am that. It's something too much regarding the split second of dedication to be without I. It's not a style of life. What did I say? Stage of life. It is just for that this is pointed out, to realize. So where are you now?
I am in this, like,
Circle?
yeah, in a circle, like in a dead end, like,
Even after what I tell you? Okay, where is your dead end?
Once I read from Nisargadatta that you hook on thoughts because
You?
hook on thoughts, or you catch the thoughts because you are interested.
Yeah.
This is because it's simple because you are interested.
Yeah.
And then I connected this that if I'm more and more disappointed, I'm less and less interested too.
No, you will be less and less interested when you feed less and less I. Well, maybe it's the same in fact. But yeah, I prefer what I say actually. Because you see, it is the I which is the root. It is not a thought. And it is not even also I without thoughts. I is the problem, if there is a problem. I is the problem. Because and that's why you get hopeless and helpless, because you don't know, then what? What can I do more where I am? Because I am I. No, you are not I. You are not I. And for that, you have to create a direction to the source of I, from where I come from. And that direction is created by this subjective question because it doesn't give you thoughts, just one pointed to the root and prior to the root, means it will be prior to the root when the question disappears. Before you catch something else, keep quiet. Ask more then, but do try to see my pointing. There is a pointing there, you see, because you cannot describe. So there is a pointing. The moon is there. There is a pointing. You don't look at the finger to see. You have to look where it points out. The pointing is where the question disappears. The question is left. This is the finger. Where the question disappears. Go there. Keep quiet. Split second. Doesn't work. Again. 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 One day there is no again. Yeah.
The eye disappears sometimes, but then it comes back. And then it disappears and then it comes back.
Of course, because what is I? It is the expression of a spontaneous creation on your own self. That has not to die forever. It will one day, but if it is not the case, it will reappear. But what will not reappear is the belief it is you, it is real. That will reappear. Unless you die. Unless you die, that will reappear. Yeah. Yeah.
Still there is such a habit, always, I think a lot for this, always to go back into this language.
Yeah. The power of it will be diminished by self-inquiry.
Which means always to remember it's not me, or when it comes.
Yeah, or even to ask this question, or just to stop going into your mind. There are many ways, huh? Many ways. Whenever you wake up, oh, I'm totally identified, lost into this, and you even count the hours, oh my God, this is not admissible, it means I'm not yet realized, and all those things. Huh? You just stop. So where are you when you stop? Your own wisdom wakes you up at some point, and then who cares about the time? Anyway, you see, if this is not yet dead, there is a time attached in this creation. So, and it will reappear as long as it is alive. So that time is appearing. I'm not it. I'm not it. Stop, or whatever.
If I try to stop,
Yeah.
then it feels like having here to work, and it's like I don't want to do this. What does work is just to remember it's not me,
Yeah.
and then also to it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because you are not it. Yes. Okay, you found your tool. Yes. But you see, love the moment you wake up, because that will remove the power, the so-called power of what you express. You understand? But that's why, you see, I will never say enough that the company of satsang, the dedication to that, works at once, but if there is a delay, if there is time still involved, it needs consistency, perseverance, consistency, one-pointedness in between. Really, and that will be given, that will give a solid background that otherwise you would not have. Very important. I speak in general, and I was also included in the generality. I have seen myself, it was because of that great luck and the thirst for it, to have been in the company of my master, that the power of this belief, this is real, got with time with me, but generally it's like that. We don't know how it happens, but that belief gets ruined, loses its power, and when nobody knows how, except that I trust it is the company of satsang that only gives this solid background. You see, it becomes not yet maybe your realization, except once it will be, but at least it's your knowledge. It gets not only you borrow my knowledge, it becomes more and more your knowledge. Yeah.
Why is the mind creating so much suffering?
Because it's dual. The mind is dual by nature. It appears, and how it starts with the birth. Birth is married to death. What to do? That's why there is no hope for real happiness or peace in this duality. There are moments, of course, of joy and whatnot, but it has a cause, and the cause goes on changing. So,
So means I need to lose the attachment to the joy also.
no. Just know it has a cause, or it has a cause. I enjoy. I am happy to have that, but I know the nature of it. It is bound to go on changing. But that's it. You have not to reject also. You see, but you have to know the nature of things. That is a great help. You know, it's very different from Epicureanism. Epicure was a Greek philosopher, and he gave the advice to enjoy the present moment. You can enjoy only when you are really in the present moment. But what I see, for me, unless I don't understand him, I would meet him if he was here. It doesn't demystify the fact to have an experience even of the now. Because you see, then there is still an experiencer. So I agree to live most probably, otherwise he would not have said, and he would not have disciples and followers about that, enjoy now. But it's the now of the time. It has an experiencer. While with non-dual direction, we spot the experiencer rather. You see, the experiencer. What is the experiencer? It's time and space. And it has no value that, okay, if you live in your past, or if you live in your future, or eventually in the present, as quality it will be very different in life, but it will not solve the eventual search, but who am I in reality? Which solves the real, which solves the search, because it makes it disappear along with the searcher, the seeker. It points out to something else, which is not out there, something else which is really what the real nature of things is. Yeah. Mm. I hear more or less. Yeah, you see duality in separating yourself from the body-mind. You say that? Yeah. I don't. No, I don't. No, it's a No, it is to give a direction, a different direction than body-mind, and then all those things are solved. There is no separation in what is. Beyond is and is not. There is no separation. That's why it is said Advaita. It is not dual. It's not dual. It's a way to describe. But listen, François. Okay, I know that you are not so impressed by Advaita. So it's your right, but I mean, then why you come? Every time you ask me those things, I tell you it's a direction. It's a way to teach. It is not the truth. It is a way to teach. There is no other way to bring you to your real nature, because it's already there. But why are we so stubborn that we don't understand and we still take ourselves for the body-mind? Because, of course, it is explained. It is explained. But yet, there is a way to teach. The self, the reality is so compassionate that in this impossibility to speak about what's true, still there is a way to teach. And that is learned from the wise. Not from the mind, not from understanding and conclusions. It is learned from the wise. You see? Because you come too less, my dear. You come once in a 14 moon. Yes, it is your right. But I explain also why. You see, if you don't have a consistency, just sufficiently curiosity, give yourself, okay, for a year, I'm going there to solve this. Then I would listen more to your argument. But coming once like that in a full moon, it's your right. I am not fighting that, but don't expect much fruits about it. This is the thing. No, it's okay.
What's the difference between the Western philosophy, like the pantheism and the spiritualism? One is
I think there was never in the West, unless I don't know too much. Also, I'm not so much learned, but I didn't meet in the West any pointing out to the subject. Means to I. For example, Descartes in France, he said, I think, so I am. I think, so I am. In the non-duality would say, it's because I am that I can think. I am, so I think. And you see, in the West I've not seen that. Even when Socrates said, "Notiseoton," know yourself, which struck me, which is really, it looks the same, and maybe it's the same, but I've not met a Socrates today. He speaks of that, know your real self, and the way he did, I prefer the way I learned, because he was brilliant, he was wonderful for that. He was bringing in the other, he was delivering, he said, delivering the concepts which were crowded the mind of the other. That he was doing. What is your concept? But then he gave a few other things which are confusing. Socrates, because he said also, and it was, but I mean, I'm sorry, because if Socrates would be there, I would have loved to speak to him, so I don't know exactly. It's just what is known today. I don't know enough, but like this, what is extraordinary is what India, the culture, the very ancient wisdom was so precise and could express in such a detailed way that I is the root cause of our search. And of course, so many religions, so many philosophies or whatnot offer answers, you see. But it is to always, it looks like, always you have to follow a belief, always you have to attain the goal offered, and then you have to transform the person. So where is the question, who am I? This I have not seen. But if you know, I can hear. But who cares, west or east? I know, you know, who cares from where it comes also? The beauty is that it's there. Alive. We're alive. No, but what does it mean now?
The present moment.
The present moment. Tell me, what is there in the present moment? Tell me now. What is there?
Right now, what's going on right now?
It is an event. It's a phenomena. It was not there in your sleep, and it will not be there exactly the same when we go for child. It's a phenomena. It's not true, unreal by nature. That's what I say. The now, everybody speaks of the now. What is it? Everybody is so impressed. If you analyze a little bit, it's just a phenomena like anything else in the appearance. Hmm? Okay. Yes.
Donna, can I have a lesson from you in this topic, which is...
I would wish, let me see.
Yeah, let's see.
What?
So I try not to bring mind stuff here to this mind-free territory of satsang.
You keep it safe for yourself afterwards? No, huh? No.
But,
You keep it safe somewhere?
yeah, I know it needs to be expressed.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is what I
Chalo.
mean.
You go,
Asking
express,
for the
express.
lesson. Yes, so I know there is, okay, I just mentioned it. In this building project of mine, there is a relationship which is very complicated for me and giving me, I'm trying to navigate, but it's giving me heavy mind.
Yeah.
And I'm aware that it's about practical things and about mind.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that separation is done, and even in the midst of that, I try to have kind of free moments of that mind.
Okay.
And also all mind activities.
Is there a problem?
And no, there is no problem there. But somehow this how still is giving me somehow a heavy heart. It's somehow eating me up, and I even, maybe it's only about practical things, but still it is so much occupying my mind. I'm aware it's the mind. But still I'm a bit, I just want to speak this out to you, because there is this awareness of the separation.
I understand, yeah.
And yet I'm somehow very, my feet somehow deep in this shit. Let's say. No, this is an example. No.
I mean, sometimes in the life we have period of time busy, and it will also go. Don't make it over busy, means too long in time, because you are here for something else. But it's sometimes unavoidable, and don't complain too much then. It's just unavoidable. It's like this. I know what it is, and don't worry. Just don't forget what for you are here. So if it is really too much, don't make it a life too much here again. That's all. It's period of times. It exists. Periods of time. We have been busy a period of time cleaning the land with all of you. We were busy, while now it's less busy. But you know what it is, and it's only in time. And if you don't overfeed that because you are anxious not to do anything, this is the difference, huh? Then there is no problem. Why heavy heart? You would wish it's finishing soon, probably, but it needs some time. So maybe it's the anxiety that you have always to do something, to feel, to exist.
No,
Okay, then, don't worry. Yes.
So the next time the imagination comes again, what to do?
But you know it's an imagination?
I know.
Hmm?
I know.
Okay.
When I forget. What to
Then
do?
suddenly you remember, oh, what am I doing? I'm still not completely cooked, but I go the direction I have to go. So I know what it is, I'm not that. You believe you are not cooked because it's only beliefs, huh? Otherwise, what does it mean, you see? Everybody is the same in the real nature of, yeah. The hooks are still, maybe not all the time, but then it's time, in time, are still strong. So the knowledge to you see, it's I know what it is. And if you forget, doesn't matter about that, the moment you realize. So it's a way to go back again. I tell you one day this is over. But don't also wait for that day. Just do your thing when needed. Because anyway, you are always yourself. Your mind may be completely blind about it, but it's your mind. It's the mind. Because you see, realization is also not to remember. Huh? That is still a kind of self-inquiry, which is absolutely needed till one gives up the mind. Yeah. Oh, I don't hear, my dear. Come near. Yeah, self-inquiry, but can you not come? Or the first pillar and then it goes back. Yes, tremendous, tremendous. The most outrageous one. Do it. Don't mention effort. You want to realize, no? Follow that. Who cares, effort, no effort? You do that. Oh, come near. Oh. You are ready? You are ready? No, stay there. You are ready? You are ready? You are that itself. Take it once for all. Chalo. You can choose. time is short, huh? So, better to go for the real thing.